The internet. How can you capitalize on this new world and grow and dominate? Welcome to the Fervent Four. Did you know that only 4% of businesses ever cross the annual $1 million revenue mark? What's up, everyone? I'm Zack Miller, author of Anomaly. And with me today, I have my co-host, Tim Ryan, lead man at StartWheel.org. Thanks for joining us. The Fervent Four is a weekly show every Thursday at 11 a.m. dedicated to sharing insights into growing a world-class business no matter the climate. The Fervent Four is powered by the SBDC, which helps local small businesses grow through counseling and resources like this show. If you're interested in learning more on how the SBDC can help your business, head to startwheel.org/weekly. Erik J. Olson is the lead man behind the Chamber Small Business of the Year in Chesapeake, Array Digital, the leading digital marketing firm in the Mid-Atlantic, host of Journey to 100 Million, and is also a hokey. God, it's got some.
All right, man. Hey, grab some water.
Hokey was hard to get out there. Chokey, I guess, is what I meant to say. Erik J. Olson, what's up, buddy?
What's happening, fellas?
What's up, Erik? What's up, Zack?
Howdy.
Thanks for having me on.
So you work from home now?
I do. Yeah. So, when COVID hit, which was March 16th, I remember very clearly because we just had an in-person event at the Sliver Library the Thursday before that. We just barely got an in-person event in. And then the next day, the governor shut down the schools and Trump declared an emergency. Yeah. And we started working from home that next Monday. So, yeah, it was March 16th. I've been here ever since. And you know what? It's very easy to conduct business from here. Since that happened, the team has been humming along just fine. We've actually hired 2 new people, 100% remote without ever seeing them. We've picked up new clients. So we can operate this business no problem remotely.
Yeah, that's funny. We had startup night that same night that you had your event. And that was like, who knew that would be the last time that we would all see one.
Well, was it that next day that the NBA, it seems like the NBA really was like the official thing that because the Denver Nuggets player, I think it was Denver Nuggets, Utah Jazz player,
right.
He got it. And that just seemed to like, wow.
Yeah, I mean, going into that period of time, things were being shut down. So like South by Southwest, they shut down, but we all thought that was the anomaly, right? And it wasn't going to spread. And then all of a sudden, it was just spreading like everywhere, like crazy. And once the governor of Virginia shut down schools, I was like, all right, this thing is for real,
So, but you say things working from home have been easier than I think initially anticipated. And maybe that's the wrong word, but like what prepared you to basically go from having an office where you and the majority of your staff that lives in the 757 would go to every weekday to then just being like, hey guys, you're going to work from home now. Yeah. And I'm going to work from home, and easy peasy. Like, how's that happen?
So it was very easy for us. It was literally someone on the team was like on that Friday, they're like, hey, do you think we should be still coming into the office? And I'm like, no, let's just not do it. Let's just on Monday just work from home. And so we all have laptops. I have a laptop right here that I'm working from, and everything is cloud based. We have very few non-cloud based applications. The exception is like Photoshop and for images and video, and then Audacity for podcast recording. But that's it. Everything else is cloud-based. So, we're mobile with the laptops. We're cloud-enabled from, the get-go. So by default, like everything is cloud-based, and it's easy for us to get to everything from anywhere. And then also, although the majority of our staff is in Hampton Roads, right now we have 5 people that are outside of Hampton Roads in different states. So since we already had staff that was outside of Hampton Roads, everything that we did was over the cloud. So we would do video meetings like this almost all the time. Now, there may only be like one person joining the video meeting from outside of the office and everyone else was in the office, but still, like we had to always consider the entire staff when we were doing things like having conversations about our marketing or clients or anything else. So
is that something that you guys, is that something that you guys would be very like cognizant of while building, or it just happened by chance because you guys do a lot of things that are internet based?
So it was something that we thought about because it's easy to overlook that. So since we had remote people, but we have people in the office, we would have these like hallway conversations and we would conclude something. And then we would forget, like this is, a while back, maybe like a year back, we would forget to include the other people in the company that weren't in the office that needed to know about these things. And when it was apparent that they were surprised by some of the discussions that we had or the decisions that we made that affected them, we realized, we got to always be thinking about people outside of this office. So that was probably about a year ago that we started to think more along the lines of who else in the company needs to know about these things. And it just didn't matter anymore if they were in the office or not. So we just started to always have these online meetings.
Yeah. And I would imagine based on what you do, a lot of client review type of work that probably already took place remotely anyway.
Yeah, it did. So it's interesting because a lot of our clients are in Hampton Roads, and it's really probably because my network was formed in Hampton Roads when I was kind of like coming up through the ranks, starting my company. I spent some time at Hatch, which is Zach's old stomping grounds, and that's where I met Tim. So it was very like downtown Norfolk based, and then my business partner Kevin Daisy, the exact same way. He's out of Virginia Beach. And so a lot of his network was from the Virginia Beach area in particular. And when we merged 3 years ago, we both had Hampton Roads networks. And it's just convenient. It's just kind of easy. But even though a lot of our business has historically come from Hampton Roads, it's interesting because once we start working with the client, we may go years without seeing them. So in the sales process, it's very face-to-face, like we go to their office or they come to ours or both. And then maybe like one more time after they sign the contract, but then we're off to the races. And so we've always thought that in person was better, but we've signed like 10 clients since March, all online without ever seeing them ever during the sales process or during the operations process. It doesn't seem to be an issue whatsoever to be working over the internet. So it's really kind of made us question, well, going forward, do we want to limit ourselves geographically?